Welcome back to Jason Marsden's birthday special, everybody. We're going to do one more game on the PlayStation 3, and that is Jeopardy. Normally we do Press Your Luck for the PS3 after, but I've been having some technical issues with that game, so this will be the last PS3 segment. But nonetheless, I'm looking forward to having a good game. And I hope y'all are too. Alright, here we go. Time for Jeopardy for the PlayStation 3.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories: NHL, NBA, NFL, or all three. Transportation. Novel's first lines. You are what you eat. Monopoly. And the animal kingdom. Player 1. These animals of the order Chiroptera are the only mammals that can truly fly.
What are bats?
Let's hear it, Player 1. That is correct. Player 1. This feisty Thai fish blows sticky bubbles to make a nest, then puts the eggs in its mouth and blows them in the nest. Let's hear it, Player 1.
It's a fighting fish.
Right. Please pick. Muskrats and wood rats belong to this order of mammals.
Muskrats and wood rats?
Yes, Player 1.
Rodentia.
That's correct.
Right.
Here's Kelly to start us off.
If you see one of these under the sea, look, but don't touch. The spines can be poisonous.
Yes, Player 1.
What is a sea urchin?
Very good. Fruit and lizards, yum, are favorite foods of the coati, also known by this longer name. Player 1.
What is Quantamundi?
That's right. Way to go.
Okay.
Player 1. Pick again.
I'll take Monopoly for 200.
This corporation's monopoly on TV broadcasting in England was broken in the 1950s by ITV.
What is...
Player 1.
The BBC.
Right.
Monopoly for 400.
Player 1. His company's monopoly of steamship navigation on the Hudson River was broken by an 1824 decision of the U.S. Supreme Court. Yes, Player 1.
Who is Robert Fulton?
Yes.
Keep it going.
Player 1. In 1930, this man led a march to the sea to collect salt in protest of a monopoly by the government of India. Okay, Player 1.
Who is Mohandas Gandhi?
That is correct. The East had a monopoly on this material until the 6th century, when 2 monks smuggled out some worms.
What is silk?
Let's hear it, player 1. That's it. Player 1. This Antitrust Act from 1890 was designed to prevent monopolies in American business.
What is the Sherman Antitrust Act?
It's player 1. Correct.
NHL.
Player 1, you pick
NHL,
again,
NBA,
please.
NFL are all 3 for 200.
Highest average salary. Okay, player 1.
I'll say, what is the NBA?
You are correct.
Let's keep it going.
Player 1 uses a center.
I think it's all 3.
Okay, player 1.
What is all 3?
Hey, you're right. Has no teams based outside the continental U.S.
What is the NFL?
It's player 1. Yes. Plays its championship at a theoretically neutral site. Player 1.
Okay, what is the NHL?
Ooh, sorry. That's incorrect.
Oh, sweet.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? It's player 3.
All 3?
Sorry, that's
Not
wrong.
all 3.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Yes, player 2.
It's the NFL.
Good for you. Player 2, start us. Cancelled regular season games in 2011 due to labor woes.
I know for a fact that it's the NHL.
It's player 1. No, that's not
It's
right.
not?
Anyone else?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just figured it out.
Let's hear it, player 3.
It's the NBA, yeah.
Good for you. Good. Back on the plus side.
Oh well. Let's keep it
Player
going.
3, make a selection, please, as we
You are what
continue.
you eat. All
Ah,
right.
yes, my sweet, if you eat this sticky liquid, comb and all, I'll definitely call you my this. Player 1,
What is honey?
that's correct.
Let's keep it going.
Player 1, eat too many of this original gourmet jelly bean, and its name may describe your tummy.
What is a jelly belly?
Let's hear it, player 1. Ah, good. If I eat a frankfurter before I show off my skiing stunts, you have every reason to call me one of these.
What is a hot dog?
Let's hear it, player 1. Yeah, good. Louis Browning ate more than 22,000 of these cream-filled Hostess cakes. If you did the same, we'd call you one.
What is a Twinkie?
Yes, player 1? That's
What are
correct.
Twinkies? This thing?
If you spend your last dime on one of these New Orleans-style hero sandwiches, you really will turn into one.
What is a poor boy sandwich?
Okay, player 1. Good for you.
Novel's first line, 200.
Player 1. Orwell. Mr. Jones of the Manor Farm had locked the hen houses for the night.
What is Animal Farm?
It's player 1. Yes. Fitzgerald. In my younger and more vulnerable years, my father gave me some advice that I've been turning over in my mind.
What is The Great Gatsby?
Okay, player 1. Very good. Player 1. Tolstoy. Well, Prince, so Genoa and Lucca are now just family estates of the Bonapartes. Okay, player 1.
What is War and Peace?
Yes. Player Golding. 1. The boy with fair hair lowered himself down and began to pick his way toward the lagoon. Yes, player 1.
What is Lord of the Flies?
Is correct. Player 1. Charlotte Bronte. There was no possibility of taking a walk that day. It's player 1.
What is Wuthering Heights?
No, that's not right.
Silly.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the response we were looking for. Jane Eyre.
Oh, Jane Eyre. Okay.
You get to roofed cars on a freight train, or a roll of 12 in a dice game.
What is boxcars?
Yes, player one?
What are boxcars?
That's it. Player one? Let's go over to Jimmy.
The name of this vehicle, used on grave occasions, comes from Old French for long rake.
What is a limousine?
Let's hear it, player one. No. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
I think it's a hearse.
We're talking about hearse. You answer. It's the Daily Double. You are in the lead. Okay, here is the clue. During the Cold War, 2 different families escaped over the Berlin Wall using these lighter-than-air vehicles.
What are hot air balloons?
You have maintained your lead. Way to go. You get, from 1985 to 2003, Milwaukee hosted a parade featuring dozens of these wagons from Baraboo. Yes, player one?
What are Canosta wagons?
No, that's not right. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
No!
It's player 3. You are correct. And the last clue for $1,000. If you're walking your baby back home in London, it won't be in a stroller, but in this 4-letter synonym. It's player 1.
What is a pram?
Correct. Player 2 is going first in Double Jeopardy when we come back following this. Categories for the Double Jeopardy round are related words, science adjectives, TV math, music class, which president's cabinet, and colleges and universities. Player 2, you start us off. The trustees of the College of California bought 160 acres of land north of Oakland and named the site this in 1866. It's player 1.
What is Stanford?
No, that's not right. Anyone else? Here's the correct response. Berkeley. This Tulsa college was founded by and named for an evangelist, later the school's chancellor. Yes, player 1?
What is Oral Roberts?
Correct. Player 1? Founded as a Methodist college in 1838, it moved to Durham, North Carolina in 1892. Okay, player 1?
What is Duke University?
Right you are. And here's Jimmy.
The modern sport of bungee jumping got off the ground in 1979 when this school's dangerous sports club jumped off a bridge in Bristol, England.
It's player 1.
What is Cambridge?
Sorry. Any other takers? Here's the correct response. Oxford.
Oh, okay.
Player 1. The athletic teams of this Massachusetts college are nicknamed the Lord Jeffs. Okay, player 1.
What is MIT?
Ooh, sorry. That's incorrect. Any other takers? Here's what we wanted. Amherst College.
Oh, okay.
Player 1, back to you for our next selection.
I'll take music class for 400, I guess.
On sheet music, this sign identifies the second line of the staff as the G above middle C. It's player 1.
What is a treble clef?
That is correct. Player 1. The name of this section of an orchestra comes from the Latin for a beating.
What's percussion?
Yes, player 1. That's it. Player 1. Let's go over to Jimmy.
The guitarist here is playing one of these, defined as a combination of 3 or more notes.
Let's hear it, player 1.
What is a chord?
Right. Player 1, you may have studied these Chopin pieces whose name is French for studies.
What are etudes?
Let's hear it, player 1. Good. Player 1. Rachmaninoff wrote one on a theme of Paganini. Gershwin wrote one in blue.
What's a rhapsody?
It's player 1. You got it. Select again. A park was originally an enclosed place. This related word still means an enclosure for racehorses. Let's hear it, player 1.
What's a stall?
No, that's not right. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? It's player 3.
Pass.
Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers? Yes, player 2. Good for you. Player 2, make a selection, please, as we continue. Culprit, meaning the guilty party, evolved from this adjective meaning guilty. It's player 1.
What is culpable?
You got it. Player 1, fabricate is related to this verb that can mean to write something fraudulent, like a signature.
What is forge?
Okay, player 1. Right. Player 1, score can mean to cut. It makes sense that it's from the same root as this word for big scissors. Yes, player 1.
What is shears?
That's correct.
That's right.
Player 1. To do this to something is to make it holy, a word from the same root. Okay, player 1.
What is hallow?
That's correct. Player 1. Because they're most active after dark, opossums are described as this, Latin for of the night.
What is nocturnal?
Yes, player 1. Good. Player 1, which floats on water because of little air pockets, is described as this, from the Greek for passage.
What is porous?
Okay, player 1. Yep. Player 1. Answer. The first of the daily doubles. And you have... Okay, here is the clue. This 10-letter adjective describes a medical condition that was present at birth.
What is congenital?
That puts you even further ahead. Select. Here's Kelly with the clue.
Hydrogen and oxygen atoms bind tightly together to create water molecules by sharing electrons in this type of bond, from the Latin for strong together.
What is covalent?
Okay, player 1. Right you are. Sarcasm aside, this word, from the Greek for burning, describes a substance that causes corrosion. Player 1.
It's not harsh. What is caustic?
Good for you. Player 1. Fred McMurray's title sons minus Paul Reiser's title dads.
What is one?
Let's hear it, player 1. Yes. Player Colonel Steve Austin's title worth, plus the amount of title days at a time for Bonnie Franklin.
What is 6,000,001?
Let's hear it, Player 1. Good for you. Player 1. John Ritter's sitcom Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter times John Ritter's sitcom Company.
What is 24?
Let's hear it, Player 1. Right. Careful. Tina Fey's title Rock minus Ashton Kutcher's title Men.
What is 27.5?
Yes, Player 1. That's it. Player Hawkeye's unit number in MASH, plus John Lithgow's title Rock from the Sun.
What is 4,080?
Player 1. Yes. Player 1. Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton.
Who is Barack
Let's hear it, Player 1. Right you are. Player 1. Secretary of State Dean Rusk. Both JFK and him.
Who is Lyndon Johnson?
Let's hear it, Player 1. That's it. You again.
I'll do 31,000.
Answer. The second daily double. And you have the lead. So what's your wager? Here is your daily double clue. Secretary of Education William Bennett. Secretary of State George Shultz.
Who is Ronald Reagan?
That puts you even further ahead. Player Secretary of Labor George Shultz. Attorney General John Mitchell. Okay, Player 1.
I will say who is Richard Nixon.
Good for you. And the last clue for $2,000. Secretary of the Interior James R. Garfield. Secretary of War William Howard Taft. Player 1.
Let's say who is Theodore Roosevelt.
Right.
Final Jeopardy to commence.
I'll see you all for Final Jeopardy in just a moment. Here's the Final Jeopardy category. Poets. Please enter your wager. Here's your Final Jeopardy clue. One of her poems says, I was 10 when they buried you. At 20, I tried to die and get back to you. Let's see your response. Sorry, that incorrect response will drop your score by... What did you put as your response? And that correct response will add... And your response?
$107,200.
And this correct response will add how much to your score? Player 1, congratulations to you. So long.